Good morning, everyone. This is Sarah. Welcome to our live video chat here on Facebook. You'll notice the picture is of the 4 Mandala or Mandala yarns that we're giving away today to one lucky person. And I wanted you to see them up close, and I'm real excited to give this away. I'm going to switch over to my front cam now. Good morning. I'm so glad to be able to do our live video chat today. I was having a little trouble connecting, so I went ahead and got started early and it connected right away. Yay! Well, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Today's the day, like I said, we're going to be revealing the winner of the Mandala or Mandala yarn, and I'll do that in just a second. I also want to talk to you about our coming up crochet along. I also want to talk to you about some new patterns, some new finds that I have this week. And then I also am going to be doing something really fun. I'm going to be doing some live giveaways coming up in the next week. And I'll talk to you more about that in just a second. I want to wait to give the name of the winner just a little bit so I can make sure a lot of people are in and can see it. Good morning, Stacy and Tina and Alicia. Good morning, Heather and Kim. Good morning, Tina, Rosie, Jennifer, and Cynthia. They've all already come in. Hey, let's clink in because it's coffee time. I forgot I had this cup. And every Tuesday morning, I search in my cabinets, and I have 3 different places where I keep all my fun coffee cups. Well, not that they all aren't fun, but hi, Cynthia. I didn't see you pop in there. And anyway, I saw this one. I thought perfect for today. I got up this morning with a little bit of sinus. My face was a little bit puffy. And I thought, oh, great. Today I'm going to look like I got punched in the face. Good morning, Michelle. And good morning, Amberly. So let's go ahead and do our clink in. Because like I said, it's coffee time. All right. Now, like I said, I want to wait just a few more minutes to make sure everybody's here before I announce the winner. But one other thing I wanted to talk to you about that I'm going to be doing while we're waiting is some live giveaways that I'm going to be doing. Now, I want to know how many of you have ever seen these. You can find them at Joann's. You can find them at Michael's. Sometimes Hobby Lobby has them. Sam's has them, Costco. Well, every year, I've been doing this for about 10 years, they put some of my patterns in these calendars. And it's a really great bargain. It's, I think, maybe $14.99 on Amazon. And you get over 100 patterns plus extras. And this year, they sent me some extra ones to give away on my YouTube channel. So I'm real excited. And so what I decided to do is next week, and then maybe 2 or 3 weeks after that, I'm going to do some kind of a contest. And then the winner of the contest will get one of these, and I'll announce that winner on the live video. And then all you'll have to do is message me your address, and I'll send that right out to you, okay? So, and that's just going to be some giveaways. I usually do the knitting one also, but this year I only did like, I think 1 or 2 patterns. So I only have one of those calendars. Actually, I got 2. One's for me and one's for my daughter. She always gets first dibs on the knitting one because she's a better knitter than I am. All right, so be looking for that. Pass that along. I see some more of you have come in. Dawn and Rosie and Marlene and Louise and Bev. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and announce the winner of the Mandala yarn. I'll pop back over there for just a second so you can see it again. The winner's going to receive these 4 balls or cakes of Mandala or Mandala yarn in the mail. And the winner, what you need to do once I announce your name or you see it on here, all you need to do is message me here on Posh Pooch Designs, or you can shoot me an email and just send me your shipping address, and then I can pop that in the mail today or just as soon as you send it to me, okay? All right, are you ready for me to announce the winner? Let me see if anybody else has popped in real quick. I see Debbie and Janine. All right. Yeah, that's Janine. I almost called you Jeannie. I have a friend who spells her name Jeanie. I thought that's what that was, but it's Janine. All right, so the winner is, let me grab my glasses because I wrote really, really small. The winner of the 4 balls or cakes of the Mandala yarn is, are you ready? Do we need a drum roll? It's Kimberly Coons. Now, I haven't seen Kimberly pop in yet this morning, so y'all let her know, congratulate her so she sees her name and tag her. And hello, Pat and Ida. So what she needs to do, Kimberly, when you see this, send me a message here on Facebook at Posh Pooch Designs Messages, or you can email me. And the quickest way to email me is just to go to my webpage, www.poshpoochdesigns.com, and then up in the corner is a little tab that says contact. You can hit that contact button and it'll shoot right over to my email, and you can send me your shipping address. Congratulations, Kimberly Coons. All right, now, and remember, next week we're going to start the live giveaways, and I think I have 4 or 5 of these. I'll have to check my box again, but at least 4. All righty? All right, congratulations. All right, I see a few more of you, Carolyn and Tina, Aurora. I love the name Aurora because we have a city right up from us that the name of the city is Aurora. All right, so I'm going to move this box. It's already in the box, ready to be shipped. And I'm going to ask you a question. I got a question this week about crochet hooks, and it's something that I noticed as well. All right, let me pop back over here. We all have a bunch, right? Well, lately, something that I noticed is that some of the millimeter measurements are different. I ordered some, let me see which ones they were. I believe it was the eye hook I noticed. And I'm going to grab my glasses because they like to write the millimeters on these crochet hooks extremely tiny. All right, so here's one that I noticed, the eye hook. I always buy boy hooks. It's my preference. And the eye hook for boy has been 5.50 millimeters for a really long time. Well, I ordered some crochet hooks from my favorite crochet maker, and she sent me, she always asks, what kind do you want? I always say boy, and I love them because she put the paw prints on the handles. And they got here and they said that the eye was a 5.25. Let me see if I can show you this. Trying to get the glare off. Can you see that? No, there's a little bit of glare. But what happened is, actually, I got frustrated. I'm like, why is it that that the boy hooks are changed? And then I got to looking at the J that she sent me because I ordered a set. And the J hook that normally is a 6.00 millimeter is now a 5.75. I got frustrated again. And then I noticed that there were several others that were changed. And I kept thinking, what in the world? Why would they do that? And I don't know why. Because they're not standard with all the other hooks. And so something to keep in mind is if you buy boy crochet hooks, that's B-O-Y-E, recently, a lot of the millimeters are going to be changed. And something as a crochet pattern designer, when I design a pattern, I like to put the letter and then I'll put the millimeters. Well, now it really messes up a lot of my patterns. Now, 25 millimeters is, you know, teeny tiny amount. But why in the world would they change that? I can't figure it out. I can't find an answer of why they did that. I'm scooting. When I look over, just in case you're wondering, they've got it now where you've got to push down the comments to see them. They don't automatically scroll. And it might just be the type of setup that I'm using because I'm using 2 screens so that I can see the video and I can see you and the comments. Anyway, so I think it's just a way for boy crochet hooks, the B-O-Y-E, to set themselves apart. So what are we going to do? The pattern says I need a 5.50 millimeter, but the hook I have is a 5.25. Or it says I need a 6, and the hook I have, it's 5.75. Don't panic, first of all. It's a small amount, but also This is where you're going to have to really watch your gauge, your tension, and use your measuring tape. Remember, I've said many, many times, your measuring tape is the crocheter and knitter's best friend, because we do all crochet and knit differently. I tend to be a looser. I've often said I'm a loose hooker. I've often said that I crochet loosely, but I knit tightly, and I do. It's a weird thing. And so what I have to do is measure as I go. If you make the whole hat and it hits your chin, you didn't measure, right? You've got too many rows. And anytime you're making anything, right, Jen says, I have G hooks that are 4.0, 425, 4.5, and 4.75. Yes, we cannot go by the letters anymore. We have to go by measuring. And what you need to do is, if, say, for instance, you're making a shawl, and the shawl says it needs to be 10 inches wide, and you've chained your chain, and you've made your first row, and it's only 8. Well, you either need to figure out how to add more chains, or learn the repeat, or loosen up your gauge. That's where you have to be, because everybody's different. Like I said, I crochet loosely, and some people crochet tightly. But don't let this crazy crochet stuff, the crochet hooks, mess you up. It's just a tiny, tiny amount, and check your gauge, check your tension, and measure as you go. All right. These are 99 cents or $1.99 or something, super cheap at Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. And every time I'm there, I pick up a couple because I break them because of how much I play with them. Put one in every single place you crochet. I crochet up here in my yarn room, but I also crochet downstairs by my computer and my work area that's down there, where I do my business part of my work. And so I keep these downstairs. I keep them up here. All of my crochet bags have them because I want to measure as I go. And it's also a good idea to have that tape measure, because you may be making it for someone smaller, and so you used a smaller hook. So you want your stitches tighter. Or you might like an open, looser look. Like the shawl behind me, that's one of our new patterns. You may want the stitches to be more open, and so you loosen up your gauge. All right, and that's where the tape measure is your best friend. I don't know why Boy changed their crochet hooks. I tried to investigate, and I couldn't find anything about it other than they just said they were standardizing, which it's not standard if they're different than everybody else. But we have to remember, even though, you know, let me grab those 2 hooks again. Of course, I threw them in my big pile here. But even though, pick it up, you can see, okay, these are both, that's a J. Let me find my I. Here it is. These are both I hooks, okay? Where the measurement is taken is right here. Let me hold that up a little better. There we go. The measurement is taken in this portion of the crochet hook. And if you look at those, they look pretty much the same. The top one is the smaller hook. No, the bottom one is the smaller hook. Let me look at the end here. There we go. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read them to you. There you go. All right. So it's not something to panic about. It's something to just work around. You know, even within the same company, sometimes you're going to get crochet hooks that don't measure the same. All right. So like I said, don't panic. I'm moving my comments down. Dawn says, I have noticed that there is a difference between manufacturers. Yes, yes, there is. That's why the Bates crochet hooks, they're the even ones, the 5.50, the 6.0. They're all even. And to me, that makes more sense than bring it down 25% or whatever. But it doesn't, like I said, don't let it make you panic. Don't worry about it. Measure as you go. And one of the things that I have always done, many years ago, when I was learning to crochet, when I was 14 or 15 years old, I borrowed a book from the library, and I recently found it. I was very excited, but it was a book written in 1882, And a lot of these things that I learned, like measuring as you go, they don't ever talk about anymore. The other thing was like, I mentioned this a couple weeks ago when we talked about the Russian join. I had never heard it called the Russian join. In that book from 1882, they had a page that had several different ways to join yarn. And that was just like join number 2 or something. I mean, it didn't have a name. And I don't know why it's called the Russian join. It's just a certain way to join your yarn. So a lot of things have cycled around. And you know, we think these are brand new, you know, pattern, stitch patterns or whatever, but a lot of them have been around for ages and they've just sort of cycled around. And that's the best thing about crochet, because crochet is an art. I say this all the time. It's an ever growing and ever changing art. And if you can learn those basic stitches just by placing them in different places and the way you put them, you know, you can come up with all these neat stitch patterns, you know, and I often use as an example the crocodile stitch, because the crocodile stitch itself is made up of double crochets, single crochets, chains, you know, depending on where you put them. And just by how you lay them out, you get that beautiful crocodile stitch. And so, yeah. So bottom line on this is, don't let the difference in the crochet hooks get you down or get you frustrated. I know a lot of people are very technical. My daughter is a technical crocheter, and I'm more an artist when it comes to crochet. So it doesn't bother me now that I understand. But at first, especially as a designer, seeing all those different measurements on crochet hooks was very frustrating. And so you're just going to have to play with it, I guess is the way to put it, and kind of put your OCD on the back burner. I'll move that down there. And just learn and take your time and measure as you go. All righty. So that was our little discussion for our question about crochet hooks. And this is just a small amount of my crochet hooks, I have to tell you. All right. So I want to tell you about something that I found this week that's really super cool. I was in Michael's looking for something else, and I came across these. And remember, I talked to you about our jar cozies. And this is plastic. And it doesn't have the 2-layer lid. It's just the plastic and the cozy. Or the lid, not the cozy. The koozie or cozy. And you can get 3 of these at this size for, I think, $5. And they had other sizes as well. And the reason I think this is really cool, $5 for 3 jars. And the reason I think this is really cool, because some of the jar cozies we wanted to use to put hooks in, or put pencils in, or maybe fill with candy and put a nice koozie on it, or something else that we're not going to actually can. And so these are a nice alternative, and they're plastic. So if a teacher or and it wants to put one in class, or the principal wants to put one on their desk and put pencils in it, remember we did the pencil cozy? Then they don't have to worry about it getting knocked off their desk and getting broken and have glass everywhere. So I thought that was a really cool find. And I bought a pack. There's just 3 in a pack, and it was, I believe it was $5 for 3. The smaller ones, you get more because they're smaller for the same price. And they had a whole big end cap of them. I was really excited to find those. All right, so that's another really great find. All right, so let's talk about new patterns this week. And if you'll notice behind me, that's my cake shawl pattern. And it's a really neat and easy pattern, and it lays really pretty. And I put that out there on, well, it's kind of a funny story. When I got up Thursday, I thought it was Friday. So I did Friday's video that I had scheduled on Thursday. And then my husband's like, I thought you were doing that on Friday. I'm like, isn't this Friday? And he's like, no, tomorrow's Friday. I'm like, oh. So anyway, because I am a crazy scheduler, like remember I talked about the journals, I schedule everything, and I do change things around, but I am a crazy scheduler. So anyway, that's our cake shawl that we did. I did it on Thursday. Let me grab some coffee real quick. It's a free pattern on my blog, and we did a video for it also. And that's out there. The other thing we did, which was supposed to be Friday's video, or Thursday's video, but I did it on Friday, is the one Skein Mandala skinny scarf. And I called it the skinny scarf because it's got a really cool pattern down the center. Let me turn it that way so you can see it. Just a simple shell down the center with double crochets on the side. And you can make this super long skinny scarf with one mandala. And it's a nice light scarf because the mandala, or mandala, however you want to say it, is a number 3 weight. But you can use a number 4 weight on this also. And you can use any worsted weight, number 4, 3, or 4 weight. Just keep in mind, if you use the 4 weight on this pattern, it's going to be a little bit bigger. And if you want to make the pattern wider, on the blog, I put under the sizing where you can make it bigger. Because what you'd want to do is just repeat the center section. Got that folded over. You'd want to just repeat this center section where the shells are and keep your 5 double crochets on each side. Or you could make more double crochets on each side. That's totally up to you. But I put that on the blog. That's also a video and a brand new pattern that we did last week. Now, I had a request. I was not going to do a video yesterday because it was a holiday, but I had a request. A couple years ago, I did a Christmas ornament that looked like this. And this is our I Love My Dog Christmas ornament. Super cute, super easy. It's made from a heart. And it went across really well. Well, a couple of my friends said, well, I have a cat. And I said, no problem. So I did the video for the kitty cat yesterday. And this one's kind of hard to see because the white doesn't show up very good. But I did it in this silver and pink. And I love that his eyes look ornery. Don't they look cute? And that's just a free pattern we did yesterday. And since we called the other one I Love My Dog, we called that one I Love My Cat Christmas Ornament. And the neat thing is the little heart that's in the center makes a really nice heart coaster. And you can just use the heart if you want to. And then you turn it over and you can make it into a dog or a cat. Super easy. The patterns are exactly the same as far as the heart, the nose, the mouth, and putting on, because you can add any embellishments. This one, I added a little cat bell. See, I added some whiskers. So it's up to you how you want to do it. And it just takes a tiny, tiny bit of worsted weight, number 4 yarns. Takes a tiny, tiny bit for that. I'm dry this morning. I guess I'm talking too much. There we go. All right, I see a whole bunch more of you have clinked in. We got Barbara and Sonia and Crystal and Tammy. Where did I get the jars? Is that what you're asking me? At Michael's. Michael's Craft Store. That's where I got those. I'm looking through looking for questions. Hi, Carmen. She says her first time here. Glad to see you. Adri, glad you're here. You can use the Mandala yarn with either crochet hooks or knitting needles. It doesn't matter. It's made for both. And it knits up beautifully and crochets up beautifully as well. Jennifer says she's making a skinny scarf. Good. Alrighty. I'm looking through the love the ornament. So I want to say hello to everybody. Hello, Adri and Jacinta and Dawn and let's see, Leslie, Dorothy, Colleen, and Tammy. I'll make sure I don't miss anyone. The comments used to just scroll down, but because of my setup, I think it's doing it a little bit different, and I've got to keep moving the comments down. So, all right. So we talked about, in case you missed at the beginning, we're going to start having some live giveaways with this calendar. I have several patterns in there. I do this every year. And this year they sent me some extras so I could give them away on my YouTube channel. And I think I have 5. I can't remember if it's 4 or 5. I'll have to look. We'll say 4 just in case. And for the next, not this week, but the next 4 weeks, I'm going to give away 1 each week. And we're going to play a game to give it away. So keep that in mind. So come back and try to win that. You get over 100 crochet patterns. And they test all of them. It's kind of interesting. They when you submit them, they test them, make sure they work. They always ask for lots of pictures, and then they pick a few. And it's a really great program, and I really love them. Like I said, I've been doing it for about, I don't know, 9 or 10 years. And I love the calendars. I've got them all stacked up for every year, and I just love them. Alrighty. Now, I didn't see Kimberly this morning clink in at all. And so those of you who know her, make sure she knows that she won the 4 cakes of Mandala yarn. Her name is Kimberly Coons. All right. And the way I do this is you just have to email me. I'm not going to chase you down. I want you to email me. All right. Or you can message me. Oh, Layla. Hi from Sweden. All right. I love it when people tell me where they're from. How can I find you in Tube? All right. So on my YouTube, I'm just Sara Sach. You can just search Sara Sach, or you can search Posh Pooch Designs. They'll both come up. And also, when I'm done with this video, I always do a blog as well. And on that blog will also be an embedded video. So, and then what I do is I take that blog and I put it in these comments, so it'll be there also. All right. But my name is Sara Sach, S-A-R-A-S-A-C-H. And you can search that, or you can search Posh Pooch Designs. And I would love all of you to come on over and check out my YouTube page. We've been doing this, I think, officially about 1.5 years. I started at first just sort of playing around with it and having some fun. And then I decided it was a lot more fun than I anticipated. And so my husband and I, we got some equipment and we started just really trying to make some good quality videos. I have a series that's back to crochet basics. There's 12 lessons if you want to learn more about crochet. And then we're also doing a crochet along. And that's the last thing I want to talk to you about before we go. Next Monday, we'll start our fall crochet along. And this is what we're making. Now this guy, I wanted to call it Let's Get Caffeinated. My husband didn't think that was very good. This is just a great big coffee cup. It's a lot of fun. He's got crazy eyes. Kind of like me when I've had too much coffee, I guess. And it's really going to be fun because this one is made with the 6 weight, which is super duper chunky, crochet yarn. Or not crochet yarn, yarn, worsted weight, number 6. But you can also do it in number 4. And I put the information on the blog if you want to make it smaller. And I found out this week something really silly. You see the one behind me there? I guess it's on that side. That's the small size one right there. And I stuck it on my head and it fits for a hat. And I'll show you that in the video. It's so funny. I started laughing. I could not stop laughing. I was laughing so hard because I had a coffee cup on my head. So on Monday, the video's already out there with the supply list. But on Monday, I'll do the first video. And there'll be a video for that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And the way we're going to do it is Monday is going to be the supply list and information and things that you can do, like if you don't have a chunky yarn, what you can use instead, things like that, and yarns that are preferences and the supplies that you'll need. And then on Tuesday, we're going to make the top, the coffee portion. Okay. And then on Wednesday, we're going to make the body of the cup. Then on Thursday, we'll make the bottom. This one's brown, and I just used some leftover yarn on this one just because this was the test. And then on Friday, Thursday, we're going to make the bottom, attach it, and stuff it. And then on Friday, we're going to make the eyes and the cheeks and the mouth and where'd the handle go? There it is, and the handle. So each day we'll do it together. And if you can't do the crochet along, the pattern will always be out there and all the videos will be out there, and I'm going to link them together so you can go right straight from one to the other, so it's not anything crazy. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. And you don't need a lot of supplies, you know, just yarn, and you're going to need 2 buttons for the eyes and stuffing, and of course your crochet hook. And the neat thing about it is you can choose whatever yarn that you like. And then I have set up, I'm going to put in my Posh Pooch Design. It's actually the PPD Puppy Love Crochet group, which is my group here on Facebook. And I'm going to just post that, and you can post all your pictures underneath it. You can post all your questions, and I would love to see like what yarns you chose and all of those things. And I'll have that all set up for Monday. And this will just be a week-long crochet along. It'll be super fun, and expect to laugh at yourself, because making a big stuffed coffee cup or teacup, as some are saying, or a hot cocoa cup, whatever you prefer, is a lot of fun. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you all come up with. And I like doing this sort of thing because I think it, you know, helps us feel more meshed as a crochet community, because the crochet community is very, very important to me. All right, let me check my notes, make sure I got everything. All right, just to repeat, Kimberly Coons is our winner for the 4 cakes of Mandala. Email me or message me. We talked about all of those things. All right, so the last thing I want to leave with you is this. Someone sent me, someone emailed this to me, not messaged this to me. It said this. Let me grab my glasses so I read it right, because I wrote it and my handwriting isn't the best. It says, may your stitch counts be right, may your rows be even, and may your frogging be none. I thought that was super cute. So anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. Remember, your measuring tape is your best friend. Thank you all for being with me today. Make sure you let Kimberly Coons know she won. And I do want to thank you again, because, like I always say, I can't do this without you. Have a great week, everybody.